Hey guys, so I am sitting here in Portugal. See the beautiful painting above me? um, we are at my partner's grandparents' place. They have two houses, and we drove yesterday to the middle of nowhere pretty much. There's like one ATM here, a couple of shops, and yeah, there's not much around, but I'm so grateful for them for letting us stay in their place, and yeah, really appreciate it. Awesome. A heap of people just jumped on all at once. Hola, Danielle, how you going? Hey Greg, hey Vanessa. So it says there's 11 people on so far, but I can only see a couple of people have commented. So hey Bummy, hey Stephen, hey Catherine, Kat. So yeah, just say hi. Hey. So I was just saying I'm at my partner's grandparents' place in the middle of nowhere, beautiful little village. Um, and I'm really grateful for them for staying, letting us stay here. We've just been at his mum's. Hey Michael, been at his mum's for a couple of weeks. Hey Kate, and it's been a really toxic environment. She's not well, and I won't go into it too much because it's not my shit to share, I guess. But yeah, it's not a very good environment, and still in that environment, I've had a massive week, like made about 30 grand in sales, in new sales, and like launching a new program and just awesome things going on. And it's really a testament to where my mindset's at in dealing with, hi Tina, in dealing with, negativity and a bad environment and things like that in your life. And being able to still like just not let it phase you. And so I've done a lot of clearing on myself. I've done a lot of mindset work, some journaling and things like that. And I've been able to deal with the situation and still have great success and happiness and things like that as well. So now we're at this place, and I was just on a group call with my clients this morning, and I've just finished up a heap of other calls as well. And I was talking about goals with my clients, and I thought I wanted to share some stuff around that. Also, I just wanted to talk because I'm feeling amazing after doing some mindset work with clients. And my last client I spoke with, she has breast cancer and she's going through chemo at the moment. And her positivity and her, like, she's fucking amazing. She's so amazing. And she's just like, she's doing a heap of energy work, a heap of work on her mindset. She's done a lot of personal development, and then she's also doing the science of the chemo and clinical trials and things like that as well. And some people, and I know it's not the same for everyone, but some people in life, and I'm not just talking about when they're sick or anything like that. Hey Mandy, some people in life, they have this mentality of their identity or their belief system or their values, or probably all three of them, is based around that they are the victim, or that everything goes wrong to them, or they have no time, or they're not good enough, or that you got to work hard to make money. And whatever those belief systems are, there's obviously positive empowering beliefs that help you move forwards, but there's a lot of disempowering beliefs that hold you back from the things that you want in life. And so with setting your goals, you need to be clear on who you are as a person, on your identity, or what you want your identity to be. And you need to be clear on what your values are and your belief systems are to help you reach the goals that you want to achieve. And sometimes when you really step it up in a big way in business or in any area of your life, you have to, your identity has to shift, or your beliefs have to change. You have to let go of limiting beliefs, ones that aren't helping you reach your goals. Your values may have to change. And it's like, if you don't value money, then how can you be successful in business? And you've got to let go of the stuff that's holding you back around money, to be able to move forwards. And, money's just an exchange of value anyway. It's just an energy. And the more money you make, the more people you can help. When you're struggling to pay your bills and you've got no money, you can't be there for anyone else because you're just stuck in that survival mode. So the title of this live stream is Setting Your Goals Isn't Enough, or something like that. I don't know the exact words that I just put, short-term memory loss. But, writing your goals down on a piece of paper. Hey, Ria. Writing your goals down on a piece of paper isn't enough. A lot of people at this time of year, in December or January, they're getting really excited about the year ahead. They write down some goals on a piece of paper, and a lot of the time they don't achieve them. It gets a month into the year or a few months in, or you look back 6 months and you're like, oh shit, like why am I here? Have you guys, like, just comment with a yes or whatever if you have done that before? If you've written down goals and then you lose that motivation, you get super excited to write them down, but then you don't actually end up achieving them. I know I can put my hand up. That's happened to me many times in the past. But I know since 2014, I have achieved all of my goals. Some of them have changed along the way, and that's totally cool. But I know that if I write something down and if I visualize it and if I put the plan and the strategy in place, then I'm going to achieve it. I just saw, actually, before I started doing this live stream, someone said something on Facebook about visualization is actually holding you back from reaching your goals. And I think that's bullshit. I think you've got to be able to visualize and believe that you can achieve something to be able to achieve it. If you can't even picture it, hey Mon, if you can't even picture it, then how the hell are you going to achieve it? It's like in the past, I had clients who they had a belief and identity that they would always be the fat girl. That was what they said to me. And so if you can't ever picture being slim or being, I hate the word toned, but you know what I mean, like having toned kind of defined muscles, or being strong, or being a certain weight, then how the hell are you going to achieve it? It all starts with that visualization and that belief that you can do it. And the thing is, you don't need to believe 100% to be able to do it. You just need to believe enough to take that first step. And so what happens then when you start telling yourself something different and change your belief system is you start taking actions that back up that new reality. When you tell yourself that I'm the fat girl, or I can never make money, or it's too hard to make money, or I never have enough money, or I don't have any time, I don't have any energy, all these things that you tell yourself, you keep telling it over and over and over again, and you keep backing up and making that your reality. So it's time to change that voice in your head. It's time to change the stories. And the way you start to do that is just start telling yourself something different. Now, yes, it's not that easy, but on the other hand, it is. Yeah, it all starts from that place. And so if you tell yourself it's too hard, instead of saying that, it could be, well, I'm going to find out how to do it. Yeah. Or it doesn't have to be hard, or I can do this with ease and flow. And when you start telling yourself that, you start collecting resources, support, knowledge, or even just start taking action to make that new belief a reality. And you start moving forwards towards that. Now, obviously, like visualization and writing down your goals and telling yourself these things is one part of it. There's people that sit there telling themselves something. Hey, Stu. There's people sitting there telling themselves something, but then they don't actually take action. Yeah. And there's other people on the opposite side, and this was me in the past, taking the action, pushing, hustling, doing all the work. Hey, Susanna. And they're not working on their mindset, so they're holding themselves back that way. And how that shows up is you're like push and you hustle, but it all feels really hard. You're always pushing, you're always hustling. You get to a certain point and you'll hit a plateau and you can't move forwards anymore. Or you get injured, or you get sick, or you have no time or energy, and things are out of whack, out of balance. Yeah. So to be able to have greater success and get faster results and do it from a place of ease and flow, and just like everything happens so much easier than ever before, you need to have a balance. You need to have the right mindset and belief system, and you need to have the strategy and the action taking as well. They both work together. Okay. So yeah, writing down your goals is great, and all the stuff that I just mentioned. I write my goals down in different categories. So the categories that I write down is business, travel, wealth. So I see wealth not as like income, but as if you want to pay off debt or put a certain amount of money in savings or have a certain amount of money for tax, those kinds of things. Self. So self is around looking after yourself. So taking yourself out once a week and having a self date, which is like going to the movies or catching up with a friend or going for a massage, those kinds of things. Or it could be like personal development and things that you do through the year. So yeah, business. I don't know what I've said now. I'm going to go through them again. Hey, Claudia. So business, travel, self, wealth, health and fitness, and relationships. And so relationships is like, even if even if you don't have a partner, it can be with like family members or friends or things like that. Like I want to catch up with friends on a weekly basis. I want to catch up with my family on like a monthly basis, even if that's just with my sister or if it's with my whole family or whatever. Yeah, so there's different things. It's funny, someone from my family's just jumped on, Claudia. So I set 1 to 3 goals in each of those 6 areas. And the reason you do that is you don't want to get overwhelmed. You don't want to have too many things. And then you can break those goals down further. But what most people do is they either get too detailed and too specific, or they are just totally vague. Yeah. It's like, oh, I want more love. It's like, well, what does that look like for you? How will you know that you've got that? You got to have clarity on your goals. And a lot of people that I speak to, they just don't have clarity. And if you don't know what you want, then how are you going to know what you need to do to be able to achieve it? Because you don't even know what you want to achieve. So, hey, Jared. So it's having clarity on what you want and why you want it. You know, a lot of people I speak to, they're like, oh, I want to make 100 grand or I want to make $1 million. And it's like, but why? It's like, is it just because that number feels good, because it sounds good, because everyone wants to make 100 grand or whatever the number is? Yeah. It's like, it's got to tie back to what you really want and why that's important to you and what you get from that. Yeah. Do you know that by making 500 grand or making $1 million or making 100,000, that you will have a better lifestyle, that you'll be able to give back to your family more, that you'll be able to give to charity, that you'll be able to help a certain number of people and really transform their lives? You know, if I wasn't making the money that I am now, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I'm doing. I wouldn't be able to travel. I wouldn't be able to spend money on personal development, on learning to be a better version of myself. I wouldn't be able to give back to family and to charity. And with my clients, I went on a business retreat to Thailand and took my clients there in September. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was just doing the bare minimum in my business, because retreats cost a lot of money. Yeah. So I know that I can give back to my clients, and I know by continually working on myself, both in business and on a personal level, that I continue stepping up as a leader and being able to really step into that identity where I can help people at a deeper level. And by continuing my growth and my journey, I'm able to help people continue to step up as well. So you need to have clarity on what you want, exactly what that looks like. And yes, visualize that and know what your beliefs and your values are around that as well, and around your life. And then from there, it's like, you can map that out in finer detail, definitely. And don't just put it in a notebook and then never look at it again. Put it up on a whiteboard. Put it somewhere that you're going to see on a regular basis and know what the steps are that you have to do to be able to achieve that. And then it's also tying that back to your why. Yeah. So it's not got to be a goal because someone else wants you to do that, or because of some, I don't know, materialistic reason that doesn't even matter to you. Or for validation from others or anything like that. You've got to think about why you really want it and what that's going to create for you in your life and in helping others as well. So, yeah, I think the strategy is definitely part of it. But if you don't have the mindset in place, you're not going to achieve it. you know, since the end of 2014, or actually within a year and a half from end of 2014, I 10 times my business income, my monthly business income. And I just really switched my mindset on for success, and I took actions to be able to really take my business seriously again and not procrastinate and not hold myself back in life, and be able to really reach out and help people. And it all came back from doing some of these steps. Yeah. And there's other things I did as well, of course, but these are the basic things that I did to be able to move forwards. And it's not like something that you do once, it's a continual journey. You need to always be working on yourself, always be moving forwards. And, you know, a lot of people in business, they work on the strategy, but not on the mindset. You've got to work on both together. So does anyone have any questions? And, you know, I always do this around like kind of October, November, kind of that time of year, rather than January, because I'm already hitting my goals for next year now. There's a program I'm launching at the end of January. I've already got 5 people signed up for it. Yeah. So I know my goal is 10. So if I left that to January, I wouldn't have as many people that I can help. Jared said, I love how you pushed yourself. Now you're benefiting. Yeah, awesome. Exactly. And it's not just the push. It's like, yeah, you got to work hard, but it's also working on yourself and realizing, you know, in that first stage, like 0 to 100K, it's about really putting in the work and pushing and creating foundations and networking and all of that, getting the foundations right in your business. And then after that, it's about, or even during that process, is about setting up automation and systems and things like that. And then when you get around the 100K mark plus moving forwards, it's about creating a team that helps you to be able to move forwards. You know, next year I've got some big goals, and I realized that I only have so much time. And I was thinking to myself recently, I'm so motivated. If I could, I'd just work all day, every day. I just love it. But I know that I also have to spend time with my family, or not have to, want to spend time with my family and my kids, and have a life as well, and look after myself too. And so I realized, well, these goals, I'm not going to be able to reach them as fast as I want to. So one option is it takes longer, not an option for me. Or I've got to put things in place to be able to reach those goals in the time frame that I want to. And so what I've set up is team. Yes, I'm automating and systemizing things, but I'm creating a team that will help me reach these goals as fast as I want to. So I have my current assistant. She works 30 hours a week for me, and she's amazing. She does design, so like graphic design, logos, branding, all that kind of stuff. She's also great with like legal, so contracts and things like that. She's great with the admin side of things. She loves spreadsheets, and I hate that stuff. So she's amazing at that. And she also does film and photography. So she's really, really cool. And I'm going to be doing like a lot more photos and filming moving forwards when I get back to Australia. And I've got a photo shoot in Santorini next month as well, so that'll be cool. And then, so I've got her. She's like my main man, but she's not a man, obviously. And then I've got an IT guy that I've just hired. So he's going to be doing work for me on a weekly basis. And he's going to be doing like landing pages, sales pages, membership site, website stuff, setting up email sequences, webinars, all that kind of thing. I've outsourced that from overseas. Which is cool because he's a lot cheaper than someone in Australia, but he was recommended to me by someone who I know who is a successful entrepreneur. So, and he has all the experience that I need. So that's perfect. And then I also have someone who does copyright for me. So I write all my stuff, but then if I want to do a sales page or something like that, she can help out with that. And I'm currently testing someone for Facebook ads. So this team will allow me to focus on the things that I'm best at, which is creating. So creating content, creating programs, sales and coaching. So I focus on that and manage the team, and the rest of them do what they're amazing at. So to be able to reach your goals, you need to have clear deadlines. You need to break that down, and then you need to have support to be able to do that. Now, you might be at the stage in your business where it's like, where you can't afford to pay a team, and that's okay. It's like, well, maybe could you afford to get someone to do a few hours a week for you? Or could you get someone you know to do a few hours a week of admin and exchange that for something else? Yeah, something that you do within your business. Or even just babysitting their kids or whatever. Like, think outside the box. Maybe it doesn't look like hiring someone in your business. Maybe it looks like getting a cleaner in for a couple of hours a week. And so that time you spend paying someone $20 an hour or $25 or $30 an hour to clean your house, or pounds, whatever it is around the world. Yeah, I just know what cleaners cost in Australia. Probably a lot cheaper in most places around the world. You could, if that takes them 3 hours, for example, think about the time that you could be spending doing sales. In 3 hours, how many sales you could make. Yeah, it's a lot more than like $60. Also in things like having organization around your house, having systems, having automation, all that stuff will help you reach your goals faster rather than doing everything manually. I know there's some people watching this that aren't in business. So for you guys, you can relate any of these tips to your career. You can relate it to health and fitness. You can relate it to relationships, self-care. You can relate it to anything. Yeah. So does anyone have any questions before I go? I'm gonna be doing these more regularly moving forwards as well. Cool. I'm going to share this around as well. So people who aren't on here live, you can watch the replay, or if you missed part of it, you can watch the replay. That'll be up as soon as I finish this. So feel free to ask any questions anytime. Happy to help. Like I kind of mentioned before, I've got my six-figure system starting at the end of January, and people are signing up for it already. They're getting pre-work before we start. Now, with that, it's helping people to get to six figures or multiple six figures as quickly as possible. So there's some people that want to get to 10K a month before the end of the program. There's other people that are already at 10K a month that want to get to 20K a month, for example. So it depends on where you're at. And it's about getting real clarity on who you want to help, how you can help them, how to reach out to them. There's marketing section around Facebook ads, done for you membership sites, landing pages. What else is there? Email sequences. There's sales and sales strategy, money mindset in general, and just massive action and implementation as well. So if you want to have a chat about that, there are 5 spots left. So yeah, if you want to have a chat about it, just send me a personal message and we can see if you'd be the right fit for it as well. Yeah, awesome. Jared, like you've just will be amazing. Exactly. You just, even just meeting you at that event, you have an amazing like personality, and you're a great action taker and amazing enthusiasm. So you're gonna do really well, and you already are. So yeah. Cool. Yeah. So if anyone wants to have a chat, just send me a personal message. But if you have any comments or questions about any of this stuff on how to implement your goals to be able to reach them and get the best results in 2017 and putting those plans in place for now, just comment on here or feel free to message me anytime. I'm happy to help answer any of your questions or send resources your way as well. So have an awesome day if you're in Europe or England. I'm in Portugal at the moment. Or if you're in Australia, have a good sleep. I'll talk to you guys soon.